You know when you're watching a movie and the main character becomes overwhelmed? The camera focuses in on them, everything around them becomes blurry, and volume increases to the point of creating a headache, and a massive amount of emotion appears on their face. This is the cause of an overload of stress. The anxiety, the anger, and panic have all set in. I'm sure every one of us have felt stressed over something before. In the past year alone, our lives have been altered in such a large way, so fast. Places of business, worship, and leisure have all been closed or restructured. Even a trip to the grocery store is different, with masks, occupancy limits, and the constant feeling of wanting to put more hand sanitizer. I know I've felt the stress from these things and many others. I mean, just look at me. I started balding. I'd like to talk to you about stress, what it does to us, and ways to work through it. Stress affects us on a physiological level. Hormones are released when we feel stressed, causing us to feel a little different from our regular selves. There are, of course, ways to always work through our stress and overcome it. First off, let's discuss factors of stress and the ways it literally changes our bodies. From the book Understanding Depression, when a physical or emotional threat looms, the hypothalamus secretes corticotropin-releasing hormones, CRH, which has the job of rousing the body. This CRH has the job of altering all other glands to secrete specific hormones. We're all familiar with adrenaline and the fight or flight response. CRH released due to stress also triggers the adrenal gland to produce the hormone cortisol, producing that fight or flight response. This response puts the body into a state of hyper-awareness. Sight and hearing increase, creating that sense of being overwhelmed by volume as your brain takes in so much extra input. After long repeated exposure of this, your body can become physically tired and overworked. Most people can relate extreme stress to the onset of depression, but there are so many other medical conditions linked as well. Stress is frequently seen as a significant contributor to disease, and clinical evidence is mounting for specific effects of stress on immune and cardiovascular systems. Not to scare anyone, but I'll quickly just list off a few of these conditions: Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, vitamin deficiencies, stroke, heart attack, lupus, a weakened immune system, ulcers, cancer, and even erectile dysfunction in men. I hope I haven't scared any of you, but just in case I have, I came prepared. Let's talk about some ways to overcome stress and learn about self-care. Self-care may sound simple, but it's something a lot of us easily take for granted. We all get so busy, we forget to make me time. And this me time is the difference between a breaking point and everyday normal function. A web article written by Adam Fellman called 25 Science-Backed Ways to Take Better Care of Yourself is a great read for those who are feeling under pressure. Simple things such as getting out of your house and listening to music will help. A light workout or even meditation can boost self-esteem, which will lead to happiness. For those of you like me who have a horrible potty mouth, even letting off a few profanity-laced words or dropping a few F-bombs in an appropriate setting can help even reduce physical pain along with mental stress. We also have acceptance. With the pandemic going on, it's common to resist the change, to just want to continue trying to live how you once were. A book called The Stress Response teaches us the other. Accept it. Accept these new changes into your life and evolve with them. Accepting can lessen the impact of overwhelming change and lead you to creating healthier coping strategies. Don't ever be afraid. Don't ever be afraid. Oh, don't ever be afraid of change. Embrace it. It could save your life. Okay, let's finish up. The difference between making or breaking it when it comes to stress. You've learned a lot about factors of stress and how they can change you physically and mentally. Beyond that, I've shared some ways to overcome that stress and be the best you can be. Stress releases hormones to manipulate your body. However, it may not always be healthy. Instead, you take control and don't wait for your body to try and handle it, all on its own. Take care of yourself and accept life as it comes. Now get out there and be happy, not stressed.